Greetings, friends. Dr. Jeffrey Johnson, Chief Strategy Officer, right here at the CDC of Tampa. And thank you for watching the CDC Experience. Every month, it is our desire and our goal to bring you fresh, cutting edge approaches to what we're doing in community development. And today is no short of that. Today, I have three amazing men that are making a great impact in the Tampa Bay community right here in Tampa from the Martin Luther King Foundation. So help me welcome Mr. Howard Harris, Mr. Rocky Ratcliffe, and Mr. Dorian Harris. Thank you so much for being here today.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Come on, give me some energy,
You're
guys.
welcome. You're welcome.
Okay. I think I pronounced your name wrong, even though you told me what it is.
Yes.
Ratliff.
Ratliff. But you good. You good.
Okay, thank you. And please excuse me. We're brothers now.
That's right.
We're all in this, even though we won't go that way. All right. So we'll keep our fraternity conversation from out of this. Friends, I want you to know they're doing amazing work with the Martin Luther King Foundation, Parade Foundation, and we want you to hear more about this. So, Mr. Harris, we want to start with you. Tell us your role with the organization. We're going to go to you, Mr. Rocky, and then with you, Dorian. Tell the people about what you do for the Martin Luther King Parade Foundation, because when people think about the parade, they just think about this amazing thing that happens on Martin Luther King Day. They come, they participate, and that's it. But you guys do a lot of stuff. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Just like they say, for every great man, there's a good woman behind him. We, as the Parade Foundation, the way the community experiences the parade, is just what we want. We want them to come out and celebrate and remember Dr. King and all that he meant to this country, the world, and our community. But behind the scenes, there's a lot of organization. There's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that goes into putting it together so that the community, number one, the community will enjoy it, but also the participants will have a good experience in being a part, because they want to interface with the community.
Sure.
And they want to interact with the community, and they want that to be a positive experience as well. So we work hard to try and make that happen.
Now, you're the vice president for the foundation, correct? Right. And then, Mr. Rocky, you are the COO of the Martin Luther King Parade Foundation. Tell us a little bit more about your role and your inner workings in the foundation.
Okay, what I do is the COO, we put together the lineup for the parade. All the participants, we have approximately like 200 participants or groups. And I say that like that because it's different groups. So we put them together, we put the lineup together, we coordinate everything, all the how the lineup gonna be in the staging area. You know, we contact logistics. We contact all the dignitaries, all the mayor, everybody. We contact them, make sure they're on board and what their positions are too. So that's the telltale right there. That's a lot of work. Then we get the community to buy in, they sign up for the participate in the parade, and that's how we generate a lot of revenue from them participating in the parade too.
Now, Mr. Dorian, this is your father, and you have your son working with you. That must be an amazing experience. Tell us about what you do for the Parade Foundation.
Yes, sir. So again, very proud to serve with my father and Rocky with the Parade Foundation. So I am the vendor manager. What I do is I organize the vendors, place them at really good locations so they can get exposure, and also, just mingle with the general public. We had a very successful year last year. A lot of vendors gave good testimonies and praise reports saying that they were able to make money.
That's always a good thing.
Exactly.
Everybody need to make money.
Yes, sir. So I was very proud of that. We're always looking for ways to better serve the community, and giving vendors that exposure really does the community good, and it makes the MLK Parade Foundation proud.
Amazing. So if you're watching for the first time, our podcast can be found on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Spotify. So we have people that are watching our podcast that may not even live in Tampa. So if we have someone watching this podcast today that has never heard about the Martin Luther King Parade, walk us through it. Who wants to tell us about that? Tell us about how this came about, when it started, and what it looks like on the day of.
Well, in 1989, there was a nonprofit that had been formed with City of Tampa and Hillsborough County employees, and it was about an MLK Memorial Scholarship Fund. And that scholarship fund operated for a few years until in 1989 they decided to incorporate a walk. This is during the time when the country was deciding on an MLK holiday. And so that walk was to more or less emphasize the point that it was time for an MLK holiday. That walk was established by a committee within that Memorial Scholarship Fund. That walk then grew and grew and grew into a parade. It moved to locations around the city. And ultimately, that parade became sort of its own entity. And our president, who's not here right now, is who drafted me to help put something together so that we could give it some permanence and some structure over and above just city and county employees. That we did in 2014 and formed the Parade Foundation, and it's just been growing ever since. The venue that we, the nonprofit that we formed has allowed us to do some things and increase our community collaborations and be able to address the community and interact with the community on a year-round basis, not taking away from employees' duties with the city and the county.
So Rocky, is there more that happens? He gave great history about how it started. Is there more that the foundation does outside of the parade throughout the year?
Outside of the parade, well, we have the gala. You mentioned the gala. We have a gala about a week before the parade starts.
Amazing gala this year.
Amazing gala. We had 600 patrons who participated in the gala. But outside of that, we get scholarships from different groups. We have different groups that we help out throughout the year too, and they help us out too.
So Dorian, I'm curious, as being the younger of all of them, and they've been around for a while, what do you see as your children are growing up? We spoke earlier about you having 4 daughters. What do you think the legacy will be for this, that as your father and Mr. Rocky, they've done a great job and the president to build up this about bringing over the next generation, to have something for your daughters to say, my dad was a part of that, now I'm a part of it?
It's a beautiful thing. It's truly a blessing to be a part of the succession plan for the Parade Foundation. Like my dad said earlier, our beloved founder, Mr. Robert Scott, took notice and seen something in me. I was hanging around doing a bunch of volunteering, odd and end errands and jobs, and he decided that it would be a good thing for me to participate in a more important role, which is managing the vendors. So it's a beautiful thing to see the next generation step up. In fact, that's one of the things that I recently learned going through the Tampa Organization of Black Affairs, Toba Leadership Institute. And it gave me the confidence to go in some of these meetings we were having in conference rooms and basically bridge the gap between our organizations. So, it's an honor and a privilege to be in this position.
Wonderful. Now, I can't just ask Dorian about what he feels the legacy will be because he has daughters as they come into newer generations, but I have to ask you too the same thing. What do you think you want the legacy of the foundation to be?
That we brought something to the community that is everlasting. We don't want it to just stop now. That anybody in the community could volunteer, assist us, help us. We're always looking for volunteers. So that's the legacy to keep this going for MLK, Martin Luther King Jr. He started. We want to make sure that we continue the effort to educate the community on what Martin Luther King Jr. did and what all blacks do in the community day in and day out.
Amen. Mr. Harris.
Yeah, very important that we continue Dr. King's mission, and the folks who we work with, volunteers and others, are all committed to that mission and the vision he had for the country and the community. And on a practical basis, having younger people involved allows a new energy to come on board. There's some things that, Rocky and I are long in the tooth now. And
I see the gray
you
hair
see the right. But every year we get some feedback from the community about things that they would like to see happen, and changes that they would like to see, enhancements to what we do. and we're very much open to those ideas. But it takes energy, it takes work, and it takes some folks, shoulders at the wheel. And so we're looking forward to the opportunity to just sort of be advice and counsel for the next generation that wants to put those ideas into place.
Amazing. Friends, you've heard it. Nothing happens in a vacuum. Volunteerism is important for anything to succeed. And that is no short of the Martin Luther King Parade Foundation here in Tampa. It has been my joy to sit with them. Gentlemen, would you tell our listening and viewing audience how they can learn more about the Martin Luther King Parade Foundation?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a website, first and foremost, that is www.mlkjrparade.com, www.mlkjrparade.com. The number to our office is 813-302-9495. Now, right now, of course, we're kind of, in a low activity period because we're tired. We've just taken care of a lot. But generally, we're gonna, if no one's in the office, we'll get back to you shortly. But there's always a way through the website to not only see what we're doing, but also to reach out and contact us through our little Contact Us tab, and anything at all that you have to communicate with us, someone will get back to you promptly. And we're just looking for, now, we want the community to own this. We want the community to feel like this is their treasure. This is what they want to see happen. As you know, there are forces working against us who would just as soon not see an MLK celebration continue and thrive in our community. So it's in times like this that we need the community to step forward and say, hey, here's what we want to see happen. This belongs to us in our community, and we will join you in the fight to keep it going.
Friends, you've heard it. You've heard there's a clarion call. Let's band together in Tampa Bay to make sure that the Martin Luther King Parade Foundation is viable and active for years to come, no matter any political threats. But the community has come together to make sure that this is a strong organization. Thank you so much for watching the CDC Experience podcast. I am your host, Dr. Jeffrey Johnson, Chief Strategy Officer. All of our information is located on this screen. Please follow us. We'll see you next time on this experience.